Marcus Junius Brutus is a name that echoes through Roman history. He's most famous for his role in the assassination of Julius Caesar. Believing he was defending the Republic, Brutus used coins to send powerful messages. His face and symbols shaped how people remembered him. Through these coins, we glimpse his hopes, fears, and lasting legacy. The year 42 BC was a time of great turmoil for Rome. Brutus and his fellow conspirator Cassius were fighting against the forces loyal to Caesar's memory. This was the final chapter in Rome's civil wars, and the stakes could not have been higher. During this period, Brutus issued a series of coins that have become legendary. Coins from 42 BC are special because they were created in the shadow of civil war. They were not made in Rome itself, but in camps and towns controlled by Brutus's forces. This makes them rare and very different from normal Roman coins. Every detail on these coins was chosen with care, as a statement of Brutus's cause. Brutus's coins are unique because they were made to inspire loyalty. Some show his own portrait, a bold move at a time when living Romans rarely put their faces on coins. Others display powerful symbols, like daggers and caps of liberty, which reminded people of the assassination and the promise of freedom. Because of their meaning and their moment in history, Brutus's coins are more than just ancient money. They are messages from a desperate time, when every coin could mean life or death for those who carried it. Let's start with the smallest coins Brutus made, bronze coins. These coins were used for everyday purchases, like bread or fruit. They were small enough to fit in the palm of your hand, but they carried big messages. The bronze coins often showed simple images, like the face of a goddess or the tools of farming. One common bronze coin from Brutus's time featured a bust of Libertas, the goddess of freedom. This was a strong message to anyone who used the coin. It said that Brutus was fighting for liberty, not just for himself, but for all Romans. On the other side, there might be a simple symbol or letters showing who made the coin. These coins did not have Brutus's own portrait. That was left for the larger silver coins. Still, even the smallest coins reminded people of what Brutus stood for. They were passed from hand to hand, spreading his message through the markets and streets. The bronze coins were easy to make and common in the army camps. Soldiers and ordinary people would use them every day. But even these little coins are rare today, because many were melted down or lost in the chaos of war. And the silver denarius was the standard coin for paying soldiers and making big purchases. Brutus's denarii are legendary. His portrait marked him as a leader. The EIDMAR coin, with daggers and a cap of liberty, boldly commemorates Caesar's assassination. Today, owning a Brutus denarius is like holding a piece of history. Making coins in Brutus's time was a skilled and careful job. Because Brutus was on the run, he could not use the big Roman mints. Instead, his coins were made in mobile workshops, often set up in army camps. These makeshift mints followed the armies as they moved. To create a coin, workers first melted metals like bronze or silver. Then they poured the metal into small, round blanks. Skilled engravers carved the designs into two pieces of hard metal called dies, one for the front, one for the back. The blank was placed between the dies and then struck with a hammer. The image was pressed onto the coin in an instant. Because these coins were made quickly and under harsh conditions, each one is a little different. Sometimes the images are off-center or the letters are blurred. But this only adds to their charm, showing the rush and pressure Brutus's men worked under. Brutus's army mints were set up in places like Asia Minor and Macedonia. The coins were then distributed to soldiers and supporters, helping to pay for the war. Every coin struck was a small victory for Brutus's cause. Brutus's coins were made for one main reason: to pay the army. Soldiers needed to be paid regularly, and coins were the easiest way to do this. The coins also helped to win support from towns and traders who supplied the armies with food and weapons. But these coins were more than just pay. They were a way for Brutus to spread his message. When a shopkeeper received a coin with Brutus's face or a symbol of freedom, it reminded them who was fighting for Rome's future. The coins moved fast, changing hands many times in busy markets and camps. There are stories of how some people kept these coins as lucky charms or secret signs of support. Others might have hidden them away during dangerous times, hoping that Brutus would win and the coins would become even more valuable. After Brutus lost the war at Philippi in 42 BC, many of his coins disappeared. Some were melted down, while others were hidden and lost for centuries. When one is found today, it is like uncovering a lost message from ancient Rome. Today, Brutus's coins are among the rarest and most sought after in the world. The most famous of all is the large silver EIDMAR Denarius. Only a few dozen examples are known to exist. Each one tells the story of the Ides of March and Brutus's bold gamble. Collectors prize these coins for their history, their beauty, and their powerful message. Each coin is a window into a moment when Rome's future hung in the balance. Museums and private collectors will pay huge sums for a genuine Brutus coin, especially one in good condition. The largest Brutus coin ever found is a gold version of the EIDMAR coin, called an aureus. Only a couple of these are known. The gold coin is even more special because it was likely given as a reward to Brutus's top supporters. Holding such a coin is like holding a piece of world history in your hand. Brutus's coins began as tools of war, but today they are treasures beyond price. They remind us of a time of courage, conflict, and change. A true, untold story written in silver